part 2 time. This video was going to be longer, but thankfully we got a subscriber by the name of Sweetheart, who found a better way to code the login method. So from all of this, we only need to use this little code. Let's get right into it. Okay, second part of the tutorial. Now, if you remember, we created a new form, we added some text boxes, a button to use, or to add a new user, and a combo box to switch between the users. Now we'll have to add another button, so copy, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, resize that so it fits in, and we'll change the text to login, and now double click on the login button. So now we have a method for the button to click. Now, since we want to start the Steam application freshly, we don't want to have to log in on an active Steam window. We'll kill off the Steam processes. So for each var process in process dot, and you will get an error here because we don't use system diagnostics. System diagnostics. So add system diagnostics, and we do get processes by name. Let me resize that. And the process by name will be Steam, since we want to end all of the Steam processes. And to end the process, just do process.kill. Now with that part done, we kill off the Steam processes. We will start a new process, Steam, with some passed-in arguments, some values, and if to explain it, it would just start an application and set a certain function or a certain value before you. So you don't have to do it in the application. For example, if we would start the Windows Explorer app, we could add a link and it would directly search for the link. But we want to start Steam and we want to directly log into an account. And to do that, we'll add a process start info, and then call it start info equals new process start info. Now we'll pass in some stuff, and that will be start info dot file name. So this will be the path of the application or exe. And to find this automatically, instead of just pasting your path here, we can do registry, because in the registry we can find the Steam exe file on other computers as well. So we get a value from the registry, which will be our path. So at and then hkey underscore current user, which is us, and then we'll go through the softwares, and in the softwares we'll find Valve. Remember, it's case sensitive, so follow it by detail. And in the Valve folder or directory we find the Steam directory, and there we can find Steam exe, and the last argument will be null. So if we don't find the Steam exe file, it will return a null. You can do a if check here to let or to debug, but we assume that the person has Steam installed. Now we'll set the arguments for the process start. So our start info.arguments equals to, and then spacebar dash login. This will let us log in to a new user with a spacebar between, so it would be spacebar then user and then spacebar then password. And since we want to use our username and password from our user list, we'll do user list and then brackets, then combobox 1 dot selected index. Now we can get the username from that user, and we add a plus, and now another spacebar, and now the password. So we'll copy that, since we just need to change from username to password, and we're done. So now I have set the arguments for our process start. The last thing to do is just process.start, and we pass start info through that. Kill all of the Steam processes. Set a new process start information class, or whatever object, and we get Steam or the Steam exe file from the registry. We set the arguments to log in to a certain user, and then we start it. Now let's test it. Let's hope it works now. There we go. Example user. Press login. And it logs into example user. Now this is not an account, so it will give us you have entered a password or account name incorrectly. But this works, and this is much better than my first method of logging in, which would be getting this window up, send keys into these text boxes, and then hit the login button. Now, if you do have problems, hit me up in the comment field or on Discord. And if you want me to do another video, an in-depth video on how we can make this better, for example, we could store the username and passwords in a different place, even inside the application, so you wouldn't have it on the PC. No one could access it easily. Even encrypt it would be possible for that video. We could fix this design so it didn't look this ugly. We could do a lot of stuff, but you'll have to let me know in the comments if you want that. Thank you for watching.